Hello, my name is Ryan Lynn. I've been a youth pastor in Borrego Springs, California for the last 13 years. And I'm going to be doing a new video series titled Speak Life. Now, this video series is designed for you, to equip you to speak up for the life of the unborn. Now, today, I want to give you 3 things to start with. Saying nothing is saying something. Secondly, what you say matters. And thirdly, the way that you say it matters just as much. Number 1, saying nothing is saying something. For the last 10 years, I've been speaking on abortion at an event called Truth Quest. But that's once a year for an hour. But recently I've seen it's not enough. I have to speak up more. And here's what really woke me up. On January 22nd of this year, the anniversary of Roe v. Wade, the governor of New York signed the Reproductive Health Act, which allows for abortion up to birth. Listen to the reaction after him signing it into law.
Congratulations.
This woke me up to how dark this truly is. You see, not taking a stand is taking a stand. I like the way that Francis Beckwith said it in his book, Relativism. Regarding Roe v. Wade, imagine you're back in the 19th century and the court is confronted with the issue of enslaving African Americans. Suppose in the name of state neutering that it delivers the opinion that it takes no stand on the issue. On that basis, it allows white Americans to own blacks as property. The court may verbally deny taking any position on the issue, but its allowance of slavery is actually morally equivalent to taking a side, that African Americans are not human persons. Likewise, the court's verbal denial of taking a position on the fetal personhood is contradicted by its conclusion that abortion is a fundamental constitutional right and that fetuses are not persons under the Constitution. See, not taking a stand is taking a stand. When life is on the line, doing nothing costs everything. Here's an example. I was at a theme park here in Southern California, and I was sitting in the front area where you get picked up and dropped off, and there was this toddler that just came out of nowhere and ran into the street and almost was hit by a car. Then it continued to run to another car and start banging on the back of the car, and there was numerous adults that were standing by doing nothing, and at any moment that child could have been hit by a car, and the action of those who did nothing could have cost this child its life. You see, by doing nothing when it comes to life is taking a stand. Secondly, what you say matters. Many of us say nothing because we don't know what to say or are afraid of saying the wrong thing. Trust me, I understand that. When I was getting ready to put together these videos, I was really nervous because I was thinking, there are so many other people that are doing the very same thing. Why should I speak up? Why should I be the one to say anything? What you say matters. And we can be so afraid of saying the wrong thing. But the way that we fix that is by being prepared, by knowing what to say and practicing what to say. The military has this mantra that goes, sweat more in training, bleed less in the battle. The more prepared you are, the less you will say the wrong thing. Practice what you say. Proverbs 25:11 says it like this: a word fitly spoken is like apples of gold in settings of silver. My first word of advice is, when you're thinking of what to say, speak life, not death. Choose your words carefully, because they can be so damaging if we say the wrong thing. As it says in James 3:5-6, even so the tongue is a little member and boasts great things. See how great a forest the little fire kindles. And the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity. The tongue is so set among our members that it defiles the whole body, and sets on fire the course of nature, and it is set on fire by hell. I want to tread lightly. Be careful with what you say. What you can say can do damage. That is why I waited to speak out on this publicly, because I want to respond and not react. Thirdly, the way you say it matters. As believers, God is greatly concerned not with only what you say, but how you say it. A life verse for me has been 2 Timothy 2:24-26. And a servant of the Lord must not quarrel, but be gentle to all, able to teach, patient, in humility, correcting those who are in opposition. If God perhaps will grant them repentance, so they may know the truth, and that they may come to their senses and escape the snare of the devil, having been taken captive by him to do his will. One of the biggest dangers we can have in the spiritual battle is to have an us versus them mentality. Do you desire for the other side to come to the truth? Do you see those you speak to as the enemy, or those who has been taken captive by false philosophies and evil thinking? Be gentle. Be gentle. Learn to teach. Be patient. And most of all, be humble. Like Jesus. John 1:17 says, "For the law was given through Moses, but grace and truth came through Jesus Christ." You see, Jesus brought both grace and truth. He didn't sacrifice one for the other. I believe the best way we can balance harsh truth with sweet grace is to give both of them 100%. Don't hold either one of those back at all. Give 100% grace and 100% truth. You see, Jesus brought both grace and truth. It's been said, truth without love is torment. Love without truth is compromise. Truth with love is Christ-like. Not saying anything is taking a position, but we need to know what we're saying, and we need to say it in love. We really need to love those we're in opposition of. So, speak life.